And we welcome you to Charlotte, North Carolina. And we welcome you to Charlotte, North Carolina tonight at West Mecklenburg High School for our TD Bank Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. It's the Hawks of West Mecklenburg playing host to the Cougars of Julius Chambers in the first of our doubleheader here tonight on BahakelSports.com. Kendall Lewis here with you tonight on BahakelSports.com. Glad you're tuned in with us from wherever you may be. West Meck enters this one 3-4. The Lady Hawks so far on the season. This is a conference game for these two teams tonight out of the Queen City 3A, 4A conference. Chambers, on the other hand, searching for their first victory of the season, currently 0-4. But a new season begins tonight for both of these teams, a part of this Queen City 3A, 4A conference, as we get ready to bring it to you here on BahakelSports.com. We'll take a break. Tip-off coming up next. And we welcome you back on Bahakel Sports, our TD Bank tip-off. Getting set to begin here, game one of our doubleheader tonight on BahakelSports.com. And we will pause for the national anthem. All right, it is time for the starting lineups being introduced on the floor. here, as we mentioned tonight, Chambers and West Meck. TD Bank Game of the Week here on Bahakel Sports.com. Again, this is a conference game, first conference game for these two teams out of the Queen City 3A, 4A conference. As we mentioned before, a new season begins tonight with the first of our doubleheader. Folks, don't forget, it's about 7:30. We'll have the men's game coming up later on right here on BahakelSports.com. Kendall Lewis here with you. Glad to bring you high school hoops here on BahakelSports.com as we get set for the starting lineups to be introduced here. Once again, Chambers searching for their first win of the year, 0-4 coming in.
For Chambers, we have number 2, Jay Dillard.
Jorviwi Gibson, the head coach of Chambers.
Number 23, T. Simpson. Number 12, Kay Kelly. And number 44, T. Bridget. And for your West Meck Hawks, we have
Now the West Meck starting five getting set to be introduced.
Number 10 of the team. Number 22. Number 23. Witherspoon Hassan. And number 32. Aaliyah White.
Jordan get it? It's the book, the Chambers book. Just screenshot.
Hey, you said
Chambers. Yeah, it's completely off. Just tell them to ask their scorekeeper. They got to have the names and the numbers in the book.
And here we go, ready for tip-off from West Meck High School, and the Hawks control the opening tap as we get underway. It's April Thompson for the Hawks, who controls the rock for West Mecklenburg. And West Meck, 3 wins on the season so far this year. They'll kick this one out. Tyson buries it from deep, and West Meck gets on the board first. Foot on the line, they scored a 2, and then a turnover in the backcourt will give it back to the Lady Hawks. Mentioned Chambers 0-4, looking for their first win tonight. This is start of a new season, if you will. First conference game for both of these teams. Meadows launches, it's wild off the glass, and the Cougars corral the rebound. And a whistle and a blocking foul on the other end. For Taylor Simpson of Chambers. And first one rattles off. Folks, at about 7:30, we'll have the men's game following the conclusion of this one. Be sure you stay tuned on BahakelSports.com. Once again, tonight's game presented by TD Bank as we bring you high school hoops in the Charlotte metro area. Simpson's second one off the mark, and rebound pulled in by Amari Meadows. Thompson with the basketball now, gives it up. Witherspoon Hassan kicks it back to the front. Thompson hit the 2 to start. She'll pull up on the jumper. Cash money. And April Thompson with 4 of the first 5 for West Meck. And a turnover. They give it right back as Simpson takes it away for Chambers. Catch and shoot from the corner, short. Loose ball on the floor. Out of bounds. This is going to go back to West Mecklenburg.
Tell them to screenshot the book, the numbers, or the names. This is the Chambers one. Yeah.
3, good. And this from Amari Meadows. How about this 8-0 start for West Meck? And active hands on D as Thompson pokes it loose. Now Simpson pokes it back free for the Cougars. And a timeout taken by West Meck. We'll keep it right here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Just 2 and change in, and an 8-0 start for West Mecklenburg, who, as we mentioned, 3 wins on the year. Tonight starts conference play for Nikki Herron's crew. We mentioned Coach Gibson on the other side for Chambers. He's been doing this quite some time as you get a look inside of the Cougars huddle. And trying to pick up their first victory of the season and start the Queen City 3A, 4A conference out with a bang. Of course, last year, the North Meck women won this league the last several years. Always one of the better leagues in the Charlotte Metro, but these two trying to get off to great starts tonight as this one's taken away in the backcourt. Good find inside, and the Cougars get on the board. Simpson on the bucket, and then a steal. Long 2, short, tapped around, and rebound pulled off by Witherspoon Hassan as the Hawks will bring it back up the floor. Streaking to the bucket and finishing through traffic is Tyson, who hit that jump shot earlier. 10-2 start for West Mecklenburg. And a steal. Here come the Hawks again. 3 minutes into the first quarter here on our TD Bank Game of the Week on BahakelSports.com. Nice pass in transition, and the lay-in good. Dilliard with her first 2 of the game. As Thompson eludes the pressure. Got to get it across the timeline, and there's a 10-second violation. So it will be Cougars basketball here at the 4.5-minute mark of the first quarter. Folks, again, this is the first of 2 tonight. We'll have the men's game coming up at about 15 minutes at the conclusion of this one. Kelly splashes it from 3. And Chambers right back in this thing. Pulls within 3 here, late first quarter. And the Cougars force a steal. Simpson off glass, yes. That's a mini 7-0 run and another takeaway. And Kelly trying to slice down the baseline, gets bumped here at the 3:50 mark. Open look, and this one good. Little catch and shoot from Bridges, who knocks it down. 12-10 and another steal. Kelly back out top, Dilliard. Dilliard in the paint, runner, and she's bumped. What was a 10-4 start for West Meck has turned into a 12-10 ball game. And we're going to take a break right here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week from West Mecklenburg High School.
At TD Bank, we see millions of transactions, but it's the humans behind them that matter most. It's why we're leaders, with guidance and solutions that put people at the center. That's how every TD employee helps make our bank the greet you and your dog by your name, open longer when you need us kind of place. Because believing people matter most is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
And we come back to you on our TD Bank Game of the Week here on BahakelSports.com. 12-10 lead for Chambers, who trailed 10-4 the opening 3 minutes of the game. And Dilliard at the free throw line splashes the first one home. Cougars have gone on this run in the last 90 seconds to take their first lead. And a travel in the backcourt. This is Chambers will have it baseline out of bounds. Here leading 13-10, 3. And they're going to readjust the game clock, it looks like here. Get it in bounds, back out front. Corner 3, long. Tapped right into the hands of Dawkins of West Meck, who gets it to Thompson, who brings it into the front court. Thompson, floater, no. And rebound pulled in by Bowie of Chambers. Again, 9-0 run for the Cougars, who trailed 10-4, 3 minutes in. Kendall Lewis here with you on our TD Bank Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. April Thompson gets it in bounds. to Tyson. Dangerous pass. West Mac gets it across the timeline. Tyson over to Dawkins in the corner. He'll skip it back out front. Thompson dumps it down low. And a whistle and a foul called on Gates of Chambers. And White will be at the free throw line for West Mac. Can't get the first one to drop. West Mac on the season coming off back-to-back losses to Cuthbertson and Berry. Mentioned 3 wins, though, early in the year. Their last win came against Garinger just a week and a half ago. Up the floor, open look, long 2, good. And Chambers extends their lead 15-10, and then the takeaway in the backcourt, but a travel. And this pressure forcing another turnover, and then a whistle and a foul. Goes against Tamulia Dawkins. 15-10, 5-point lead for the Cougars. We're on an 11-0 run at this point. Floater in the paint, no. Rebound Hawks. And here comes Tyson. April Thompson of West Meck. Look at Coach Gibson on your screen of Chambers. He's been around. He's the head coach at Garinger here in the Charlotte metro area as well. Thompson banks it in off glass. Give her 6 points here in the first quarter. And 3 as Bowie's fouled, knocked to the floor. Tyra Bowie at the free throw line, can't get the first one to go, spins out. Second one long, here comes the third. And this one's short. Missed all 3, unfortunately. Still 3-point game. And nearly a steal is Grosvenor stepped out of bounds. It'll be West Mac basketball. Grosvenor with the rock. Gets it to Bowie in the corner. Bowie pressured, back to Grosvenor. Grosvenor picks up her dribble And a reach-in foul against West Meck here at 56 seconds left. And West Meck over the limit here. 5 team fouls, going to send the Cougars to the free throw line. And Governor makes on the first for Chambers. Second free throw rolls off and then deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks. Full court pressure by the Cougars has really changed things. West Meck, if you're just joining us, jumped out ahead 10-4 early in the first. Deep three, banks in. Heaven Witherspoon Hassan from deep cuts it to 1. Take a second look. For Chambers. Can't complete the three-point play. Rebound off Cougars. They'll reset here with 27 seconds left in the first. Bowie launches. Wouldn't go. Rebound Hawks. And here comes Thompson across the timeline. Game clock at 10. Thompson gets into the paint, had it knocked away. Thompson going to make her move. Pulls up. Thompson just long, but a foul called. Kind of an up and down seesaw first quarter for these two. As Thompson misses long on the first free throw. And second one rattles in. 18-16, 2.5 seconds left. Good if it goes, and just long for Simpson. And the first quarter comes to a close. 18-16 lead. Chambers by 2 here on our TD Bank Game of the Week. We come back to the start of the second quarter here in our TD Bank Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. 18-16. Chambers leading West Meck. And the Lady Hawks will have it out. bounds. Here's 7 seconds in. They jumped out to a 10-4 lead early. And Chambers took a 15-10 lead at one point late in the first quarter. And both teams kind of traded buckets. A couple of big shots there late in the first quarter, and that's where we stand now, 18-16. Chambers 0-4, looking for their first win. This is the first conference game for both of these teams, and they lose it out of bounds here, a turnover. Back to West Meck. Thompson gets it inbounds to Heaven Witherspoon Hassan, who hit a deep three for West Meck late in the first quarter. Now the Lady Hawks will have it sidelined out of bounds. Struggling to get it in. And can't do so. 5-second called. Chambers will have it sideline out of bounds here. 30 seconds into the second quarter. Floater blocked. Thompson leaking out in transition. Thompson missed it from close range. And now jump ball. Arrow will favor the Cougars. This one taken away in the paint. White just ripped it away. Thompson in transition, pulls up on the jump shot. No. Bridges tracks in the rebound. Here comes the Cougars. Little scoop off the window, good. And it's Kirk with the deuce for Chambers, who extends their lead out to 4 here. Early second quarter if you're just joining us on BahakelSports.com. Couple of substitutions as Tamiria Dawkins checks back in for West Meck. And inbound stolen away momentarily, picked up by the Cougars. In the paint, floater, bouncing short. And out of bounds, this will go back to West Meck. We mentioned strong start for the Hawks tonight. Led 10-4, 3 minutes into the first. The Cougars went on an 11-0 run to go up 15-10 in the first quarter. It was a 2-point game at the end of the first. Here's a steal. Coast to coast, knocked out of bounds. Good transition D by the Hawks as we take a second look. Rhodes had it knocked out of her hands by Thompson. So Cougars will have it baseline out of bounds. And whistles come in, a turnover will give the basketball back to West Meck. Thompson gets into the paint, draws contact. Team foul number 1 on the Cougars here in the second quarter. April Thompson to trigger it in. Meadows long. And a tie-up trying to corral the rebound. With Hassan and Kirk. Possession arrow favors West Meck. Meadows just missed it from close range. Rebound Cougars. Kirk running the floor. Check that, Dilliard running the floor, gets hacked, and will head to the free throw line. Foul on Tamiria Dawkins. As Dilliard misses long on the first. And off the missed free throw, the Cougars able to stick it in as we get a second look. Seen Coach Gibson mix and match his defenses here so far in the first half. Came with that pressure in the first quarter. They went on an 11-0 run, and they take this one away again. Simpson on the steal, then thrown away. Witherspoon Hassan gets it back for West Meck. Tyson lost the handle, and a timeout, West Meck. Here at the 4:47 mark. We'll keep it right here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Folks, once again, tonight's game presented by TD Bank. That's America's most convenient bank. Visit one of their stores in the Charlotte area at 3310 Wilkinson Boulevard to learn more about the services they provide. Open early and late to fit your schedule. That's how banking with TD Bank can be unexpectedly human. And once again, just our second game.
After 4, yep.
Chambers leading West Meck 22-16. This is game 1 of our doubleheader tonight. Again, high school hoops all season long on the Charlotte metro area. Right here on BahakelSports.com. Get it in bounds to Dawkins. Meadows launches just off the mark. And now scrap for the loose ball. And officials going to try to get in between this. Just over 4 minutes to go in the first half. Chambers basketball leading 22-16. (18-16) after the first quarter, so 4-0 start to the second quarter for the Cougars. Tough floater altered. Gates, the offensive rebound, kicks it back out. Simpson tried from distance. And out thrown out of bounds. This will belong back to the Hawks of West Meck. Nikki Herron, the head coach for West Mecklenburg, coaching up her group on the sidelines. Thompson handles the rock for the Hawks. And we will take a break here at the 3:45 mark on our TD Bank Game of the Week on BahakelSports.com.
At TD Bank, we see millions of transactions, but it's the humans behind them that matter most. It's why we're leaders, with guidance and solutions that put people at the center. That's how every TD employee helps make our bank the greet you and your dog by your name, open longer when you need us kind of place. Because believing people matter most is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
22-16 as we come back to you on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week with the Cougars leading the Hawks of West Meck. And a deflection out of bounds. It'll stay on this end with Chambers. 4-0 start to the second quarter for Chambers. The West Meck cut it to 2 at the end of the first. Working around the horn to Governor. Gates will try the jumper, missed everything, rebound Hawks. Big possession here with just over 3 minutes left for West Meck. Thompson had it knocked out of her hands. Bowie, quick hands, and a steal. Come the Cougars. Bowie sets her feet short on the 3. And Meadows the rebound for West Meck. Meadows surveys the floor back out front. Heaven Witherspoon Hassan trying to slice in. Tyson, long 2, misses off the back of the rim. Offensive board, and then a whistle and a foul from behind. As White will go to the free throw line. White misses long on the first free throw. We mentioned that West Meck jumped out to an early lead in the first quarter. Despite that 11-0 run by Chambers, it gave them a 15-10 lead in the first quarter. This has been a pretty back and forth game. Governor, floater, no. Rebound Hawks, and they get it to Thompson here with 2:21 left to play in the second quarter. Trying to thread the needle to Meadows. It was batted away. Then a turnover along the baseline. Here comes Kelly. Kelly, little Euro step. Kelly missed it with the right hand, and Meadows pulls in the rebound. Stolen back away. Kelly goes up and was bumped. Get a second look at the replay. Kelly will be back to the free throw line again for Chambers. And first one rattles off. Free throw woes continue for both of these teams here in the first half. Cougars back with pressure again. Crossover, Tyson gets it into the front court. Now to April Thompson looking to create, lost her footing and deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with West Meck. Here with 1:42 left to play in the second quarter. Thompson. Cross court, Meadows will try the jump shot, no. Tapped around, offensive board. On the second chance, no. How about a third chance? Rattles out, rebound Cougars. Kelly off the mark on the three. And last touch, they say, by West Meck. It's going to stay with the Cougars of Chambers. Bridges, she'll launch from distance. Off the front of the rim, another chance for the Cougars on the offensive board. Governor missed on the three. West Meck corrals the rebound in. Thompson looking to push. And swatted out of bounds. It'll stay with the Hawks of West Meck. Thompson tries to no-look feed to Meadows. A little bit of miscommunication as this will go back to the Cougars. And West Meck scoreless here in the second quarter. So far, this was an 18-16 game after one. In the corner on the three, Governor Long. 36 seconds remaining in the first half. And a foul in the backcourt against Chambers. Pass intercepted, and lay-in missed long by Governor, just wild off the glass. Here comes Thompson. And another steal by the Cougars. Leaking out in transition up the floor is Rhodes, who gets knocked to the floor. Let's take a second look. And Rhodes cashes in on the first free throw for Chambers. This to extend the Cougars' lead out to 8 here late second quarter. Thompson on the rebound will push. 10 seconds. And ripped away momentarily. They say jump ball. Possession arrow favors West Meck here. 8.1 seconds left. Meadows launches short. Second chance, no. A lid on the rim in the second quarter for West Meck as the first half comes to a close. 23-16. Julius Chambers leading West Mecklenburg on our TD Bank Game of the Week. We'll take a break. Be right back from BahakelSports.com.
Years, Scott Taylor was the man in charge on the hardwoods at Myers Park. In his 8th and final year there, the Mustangs won the most regular season games in school history and won the 4A state title. Now Taylor is the man in charge at a brand new school that did not even exist a year ago or have a gym a few months ago.
Yeah, there was a gym here, but it didn't look like this, right? The structure was in place, but even then, the first meeting that I had with Coach Pogue, our athletic director, was up there in the cafe up at the front of the school, and everything else was under construction.
Including all the athletic programs. So Scott Taylor was given a clean slate to work with when it came to starting a basketball team.
It's a different opportunity to create a bigger, broader community, and that comes with a different feel, but that's no less special. It's no less significant. It's just unique.
And as the head coach of the Ambassador Christian Lions for a short period of time and just 2 games into their schedule, Scott Taylor has already had a huge impact on his players.
Coach Taylor has been big on leadership and just teaching us the right way to play the game.
Just establishing like a new strong culture that we can carry on for years with us and after us when we leave.
Yeah, it's been awesome just being able to play for a guy like Coach Taylor. He just wants us to come into practice every day and just give 100% and then just dial that into the game.
With the Lions at Ambassador Christian, Jeff Taylor, WCCB News.
Fans, be sure to check out 988lifeline.org 24/7. You can call, text, or chat. Let's get through it together. Once again, that's 988lifeline.org. We welcome you back to our halftime show presented by TD Bank here on BahakelSports.com, where Chambers has a 7-point lead over West Mecklenburg in game one of our doubleheader. Let's take a look at some first half highlights from these two teams. We mentioned it was West Meck that jumped out to a 10-4 lead. Then Chambers went on that 11-0 run late in the first quarter. The three ball started to fall a little bit. As you see right there, Kelly knocking down one. April Thompson had some big buckets in the first half for West Meck. A tough floater right there off the glass. And West Meck started to settle in. There was a deep three from Heaven Witherspoon Hassan in the first quarter, but the Hawks held scoreless in the second quarter. That was the big storyline. Just 5 points for Chambers. Just a lid on the rim for both of these teams in the second quarter. And we got a ball game here in our TD Bank Game of the Week. 23-16 at halftime. Second half coming up right after these messages. Julius Chambers and West Mecklenburg on our TD Bank halftime report. 23-16, the Cougars leading the Hawks of West Mecklenburg on our Game of the Week, presented by Bahakel Sports. We mentioned only 5 second quarter points scored, and they were all 5 from Chambers. As you get a look at Coach Gibson of Chambers coming out of the locker room. This is a guy that helps out with Team Curry. He was actually the Garinger head coach a season ago in his first year as the head coach for Julius Chambers, and trying to revamp this program, trying to get this program's first win of the season tonight to start conference play. This is the conference opener for both of these squads. And it was 18-16 after the first quarter, as we mentioned. Just 5 second quarter points scored, all by Chambers, as we come out to start the third quarter here on our Bahakel Sports Game of the Week. Once again, tonight's game presented by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. Be sure to visit one of their stores in the Charlotte area at 3310 Wilkinson Boulevard to learn more about the services they provide. Cougars will start with the basketball to begin the second half. It's Rhodes who controls the rock, pressured by Thompson. Back out front to Dillard. Kelly hit a 3 for the Cougars in the first half as well. Good ball movement. Simpson got knocked to the floor, no whistle. Here comes Thompson on the break. Thompson looking for the baseline, trying to reverse it home. Wild shot, rebound Cougars. Up the floor, Simpson. Can't finish it, but was knocked down, and she'll head to the free throw line. Get a second look at the whistle and the foul against Tyson. Team foul number 1 here, just starting the third quarter. And Taylor Simpson at the free throw line for the Cougars. Misses long on the first. Once again, we'll have the boys game coming up about 15 minutes at the conclusion of this one on BahakelSports.com. Simpson goes 1 of 2, 8-point lead for Chambers as they go back into their 2-2-1 full court look. And this one just through the hands of Tyson, a turnover. Back to Chambers here, 45 seconds into the third quarter. Kendall Lewis here with you on our TD Bank Game of the Week. Get it into the high post. This is Bridges. Kicks it back out. Simpson for 3, no. Rebound pulled in by the Hawks. Outlet pass, Thompson. Thompson gets it into the front court. Heaven Witherspoon Hassan with the rock now. Hit a 3 in the first quarter for West Meck. And a timeout called. We'll keep it right here. And get a look inside of the West Meck huddle here. As we mentioned, Nikki Herron, the head coach for the West Meck Lady Hawks, who's a West Mecklenburg High School grad, coaching up her squad here tonight. 3 wins on the year, but we mentioned tonight kind of starts a new season with the Queen City 3A, 4A conference. This is a split conference. Well, West Meck and West Charlotte are 3A schools and a part of this league with 4A schools like Chambers, North Meck, Huff, and Hopewell. This is always a really fun conference. As West Meck will have the basketball here, 6:37 left to go in the third quarter. Thompson holds. She's got 8 of the West Meck 16 so far. And her bounce pass stolen away. Coast to coast on the other end. There's a whistle and a foul. As Governor took it away and then draws the foul on the other end. Governor misfires on the first free throw. Both these teams struggled from the free throw line so far in this game. Second one off long as well. And the loose board tracked down by Tyson. Governor steals it back away. Now Thompson gets it back for West Meck. Thompson's pass deflected out of bounds. And we'll keep it on this end with the Lady Hawks. Baseline jumper off the back of the rim. Bridges pulls in the rebound. Streaking up the head, running the floor. There's a foul from behind as Kelly was hacked on the arm. And Kelly will go back to the free throw line for Chambers. Third team foul against West Meck. Here, just 2:05 into the third quarter. And Kelly on the first misses short. A little bit of frustration for Chambers, who've gotten to the free throw line a ton tonight. Just cannot convert. And it goes 1 of 2. 9-point lead for the Cougars. That's their largest of the game. And Thompson gets tripped up. Whistle and a foul comes in on the Cougars. First team foul on Chambers. Meadows, she'll try a three. Off the front of the rim, loose ball. This one picked up. Governor gets the roll. And increases the Chambers lead to 11. Good take. And Tyson lays it in off the glass. That is the first bucket going back to the first quarter for West Meck, who did not score in the second quarter. And deficit back down to 9. Inbound Bridges, wild shot off the glass. Kelly kicks it over, 3 on the way, spins out, and Meadows the rebound. And this one knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars. West Meck basketball. Tyson will inbound. Tyson gets it into Thompson. Thompson had it knocked out of her hands. There's a whistle and a foul against the Cougars. That'll be team foul number 2 here at the 4:46 mark of the third quarter. And West Meck unfortunately can't get it in. 5-second violation call. This will turn it back over to the Cougars. Kelly sets her feet from 3, spins out. Rebound White, who outlets Thompson. April Thompson trying to bounce it inside. It's deflected out of bounds. Thompson off balance shot, short. Rebound Bridges, she'll bring it up the floor for the Cougars. Catch and fire, good. Lacey Governor for 3 extends the Cougars lead out to 12. Meadows surveys. And shuffled the feet and traveled. .341 left to play in the third. That'll bring us to a media timeout here at our TD Bank Game of the Week. 30-18 lead for the Cougars of Chambers.
I live in Asheville. I work in construction, and I just enrolled in NC Medicaid. I went to their website. Applied and got covered. Doctor visits, yearly checkups, and even emergency care if I need it. Being a business owner can be stressful at times, but knowing that I got covered, it just takes weight off my shoulders. And I can get the care that I need when I need it at low or no cost. And it's one less thing I need to worry about now.
NC Medicaid is for more people. See if you qualify at medicaid.nc.gov.
At TD Bank, we see millions of transactions, but it's the humans behind them that matter most. It's why we're leaders, with guidance and solutions that put people at the center. That's how every TD employee helps make our bank the greet you and your dog by your name, open longer when you need us kind of place. Because believing people matter most is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
12-point lead for the Chambers Cougars, who are searching for their first win of the season tonight to begin conference play, the lid lifter for these two teams, if you will, in the Queen City 3A, 4A conference tonight. Still plenty of time in this one. 3:41 left to play in the third quarter. Kendall Lewis here with you on our TD Bank Game of the Week. Fans, you deserve a bank that is convenient for you. That's why TD Bank stores are open early and late to fit your schedule. Bank anywhere, anytime with a newly improved TD Bank app. That's how banking with TD Bank can be unexpectedly human. Just over 3.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. And the boys' game scheduled to start at 7:30. Going to be probably a little bit later than that now. Leaking out, transition, Dilliard catches and finishes. And lead continues to grow for the Cougars. Bowie steps in front of the pass and takes it away. Simpson dials it up from deep. Short, rebound. Lady Hawks who corral it in. And Tyson gets it up the floor to Thompson. And they get it inside to White, who was fouled. Going up, and we'll take a second look. She'll head to the free throw line. Chance to put some points on the board here with the clock stopped. 2:48 left in the third. Both these teams, as we mentioned earlier, have struggled from the free throw line tonight. And empty that time. Rebound Cougars. Dilliard trying to take it in amongst the trees inside. Bowie steals it away and lays it home. Tyra Bowie, the steal and the lay-in for Chambers. Thompson through contact. Had it knocked away, now it's loose, picked up by the Cougars. Bowie running the floor. Bowie missed it from close range, right on the doorstep. Offensive board, Chambers. And then a whistle and a foul comes in. Each team with 4 team fouls. Closing in on the 2-minute mark. Simpson on the second chance, muscles it back up for 2. And just 2 points by West Mac. Going back to scored since the first quarter. Really need a bucket right here. Inside they feed it White, who's trapped, doubled underneath, and throws it out of bounds. This will be a turnover back to the Cougars. White blocked it. Clean block by White. Thompson trapped in the backcourt. And then a whistle and a bump against the Cougars. And that is the 5th team foul, which will send April Thompson to the free throw line for West Meck here with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. First free throws up and pure for Thompson. We mentioned has 9 of the 19 points unofficially for West Meck. And makes them both. 16-point lead for the Cougars here, less than a minute to go in the third. Thompson lost it. Bowie picked it up and then was fouled. Nearly got it to go. And a pair of free throws coming. This is short on the first. Grabs her on miss on the tap out. Now an open three. Off the back of the rim from Governor. They'll reset though on another offensive board. Chambers just controlling the glass here in the third quarter. Governor trying to drive. Kick out. Tyra Bowie. Three. You betcha. Thompson. Gets it up ahead to Tyson. Now back to Thompson. Thompson off balance shot as the third comes to a close. And just misses short. 19-point lead for Chambers. 8 minutes to decide the conference opener for these two teams. We'll be right back on BahakelSports.com. We come back to you here. We set to start the fourth quarter. Once again, folks, tonight's game presented by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. And deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars. It'll stay with West Meck on this end as Thompson will inbound for the Lady Hawks. And Bridges steps in front of it, takes it away. Rhodes had it knocked loose. They say over and back. It'll be West Meck basketball. Coach Gibson didn't really agree with the call. He thought it was knocked out of her hands. It's still over 7 minutes left to play in the fourth quarter. And this one's stolen away. And pass on the lead feed ahead over the head of Tyson and out of bounds, so another turnover. West Meck's had some opportunities in this thing. We saw him get it single digits. They were down double digits midway through the third. Bridges on the jumper again, no. How about a third chance for the Cougars? Off glass, no, and rebound finally corralled in by Witherspoon Hassan. And a whistle and a foul against the Cougars. That's their first team foul here in the fourth quarter. Bounce pass, take it away on the steal. Kirk couldn't lay it home. Second chance, no. How about a third opportunity again for the Cougars? From close range, Kirk missed it. Another offensive rebound for Chambers. And now they'll just bring it back out here and eat some of this clock off. 5:44 left to play. And Bridges on the elbow J knocks it down. Couple of substitutions back in for Chambers as Simpson comes back in. As well as Governor. And out of bounds, last touch by the Hawks of West Meck. It'll give it back to Chambers. Continue to balloon here in the second half. Balanced score and attack for the Cougars so far. Bridges kicks it, Governor. And a shove in the back against Bridges, who's called for the foul. Thompson trying to slither through traffic, couldn't get the floater to go. Open look from distance, spins off, tapped around, kept in bounds by Kelly. She'll launch, short, Bridges, offensive board, sticks it back in. Thompson to the bucket, fouled from behind. April Thompson to the free throw line for West Meck. Folks, once again, boys game coming up at about 10 or 15 minutes at the conclusion of this one. Right here on BahakelSports.com, presented by TD Bank. April Thompson makes both free throws. Well, Thompson in double figures scoring for West Meck. Simpson at the free throw line, kicks it out. Open look from three. It's Kelly who knocks it down. And this one deflected out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars. That'll take us to immediate timeout. 4 minutes left to play, fourth quarter. Chambers all over West Meck on our TD Bank Game of the Week.
Medicaid is for people just like me.
Adults who don't have children.
People who serve.
People who do the heavy lifting.
Child care teachers. Full healthcare coverage at low or no cost.
Doctor's visits, emergency rooms, and prescriptions.
So if you applied before and didn't get it, apply again.
NC Medicaid covers more people than ever before.
Get full healthcare cost, no monthly fees, and $4 max copays. NC Medicaid for more people. See if you qualify at Medicaid.nc.
At TD Bank, we see millions of transactions, but it's the humans behind them that matter most. It's why we're leaders, with guidance and solutions that put people at the center. That's how every TD employee helps make our bank the greet you and your dog by your name, open longer when you need us. Because believing people matter most is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
48-22 as we come back to you on our TD Bank Game of the Week. Kendall Lewis here with you on BahakelSports.com as we try and close things out here in game one of our doubleheader. We'll have the men's action coming up for you once again on BahakelSports.com. And nice lay-in inside. That's Tyson for the deuce. Simpson trying to take it to the rack, draws the foul. Taylor Simpson, one of the seniors for Chambers, will be at the free throw line. Makes on the second, 1 of 2 at the line. And a substitution in. Gates comes in for the Cougars. A 25-point lead for the Chambers Cougars. And this one stolen away. Kelly trying to knife through the D, couldn't lay it home. They get it right back to the corner, short. Rebound Lady Hawks here with 3:01 left to play in the ball game. Open look from three, long. Now leaking out transition. Layup good for Kelly. Tack on 2 more for Kelly in this one. And they dump it inside. White finishes for 2 for West Mac. (51-26). Open 3, Kelly, no, short. Rebound off to the Lady Hawks. Once again, folks, tonight's game presented by TD Bank. We've got the men's game coming up here in just a few minutes from West Mecklenburg High School. Things looking as if Chambers is going to pick up their first win of the season, Coach Gibson's crew. And a great time to do it as they started conference play tonight. Floater long, rebound Lady Hawks. Bowie had it knocked out of her hands, regained possession by Dillard, who hustled to track it back down. And then a reach-in foul called on the Hawks. It's again, folks, that boys game going to be starting closer to 7:45, 7:50 now. And Bowie, who tried on the 3, whistle was called. 3 seconds in the lane. Thompson, pull up, short, no. Offensive board, Lady Hawks, 50 seconds left. If you're West Mac, didn't go the way you wanted tonight, but they did start out red hot. 10 points in the opening 3 minutes. Bowie took it away. Tried to stick it back in. Long pass up the floor to Thompson. Thompson missed the lay-in. And now the final 20 seconds going to tick off. Catch and fire, Bowie. Long on the 3. And Dillard pulls it back out. And that will do it for our TD Bank Game of the Week as Chambers wins it 51-26 final score. Kelly, our player of the game for the Cougars, doing a little bit of everything. Our TD Bank player of the game. Saw her get to the rim, hit from 3 tonight. And Coach Gibson and his Cougars pick up their first win of the season. And 1-0 in the Queen City 3A, 4A conference. 51-26, the final score. We'll take a break. We've got the boys game coming up here in about 10 minutes on BahakelSports.com.